Hi, Facebook.
That's my file.
That's cool. Y'all got y'all drink? Baby?
I see him.
Baby, Lil Chin didn't play.
Hey, Nicole.
Hi, friend.
Hey, boo.
Hi, husband.
Hey, husband. Hey, V.
Y'all come on in. Come on in. Hey, friend. Hey, friends. With the S. Hey, friend. Come on, Lips. Lips by the crayon case, because I buy black.
Hey,
Right.
Mika. Hey, babe.
Hey, babe. Look at you. You don't beat me. Don't beat me speaking to him.
I'm sorry, my bad, you know.
I'm playing. You can speak to him. All right, what's up? You ready? I'm done.
I'm Kay.
And this is Triggered. So, y'all come on in, and while y'all get in and you guys get settled and you pour whatever you want in your cup, because whatever's in your cup is your business, we're going to chat for a little while, and then we're going to bring our special guest, and we're going to go ahead and get this versus started. This probably going to be the best versus. Well, I don't know, because Brandy and Monica
Hey,
was a
best
good
friend.
versus.
Hey, best friend.
Hey, best friend. What was your favorite verses thus far? Brandy and Monica was my favorite.
I like Brandy and Monica, but I really like Jill Scott and Erykah Badu vibe. It was real like.
I'm an Erykah Badu super fan, but Monica my favorite singer, like in the world, like in the whole wide world. That's my favorite singer. So we hoping that this versus Baby Mama versus Baby Daddy gonna be just as entertaining as those. But y'all talk to me. So I'm a counselor by profession. So with that being said, we do icebreakers and stuff like this. So we just gonna play a little game called Senses. I want y'all to talk to me in the chat. So when you play Senses, I'm gonna ask you like, what are you seeing? So that means like, what are you watching right now? What shows are you watching on TV? What movies are you watching on TV and stuff like that? Then when I say, what are you tasting? What you eating on? Like, what's your favorite food right now? What you cook for dinner? What are you hearing? What's your favorite song right now? What you listening to and stuff like that. So I'm going to ask Kay. I'm going to do it with her because I'm the counselor. So she can have to be my client. So what are you seeing? What shows you watching right now?
I am binge watching Girlfriends. I want to watch it as an adult. I did. I'm also watching well, it's gone now, but P Valley. I like this show.
Girl, I love P Valley.
I like this show.
Baby, I'm a Little Murder super fan.
Yeah, and I want even like. I'm not even a TV watcher. Like, they'll tell you, people talk about shows, don't talk about shows all the time. I never see it, but I really like P-Valley.
Okay. So, what are you tasting? What you eating on right now? What's your favorite food? What's your restaurant? What's your go-to?
My favorite restaurant right now in Memphis is Houston's. I like the service. I love Houston. And I like prime rib. So, I like to go there. I love prime rib. So, I like
Love Crab. Stacy. That's what I'm watching. Y'all watching Love Crab? I love Crab.
I'm not watching it until I get the free. Well, I can do the free thing with HBO. I mean, I gotta sing you. I got a lot of money.
You do. Ain't no wrong with free.
So I'm waiting. Hey, Shamika, I'm waiting for the free HBO like trial period after Lovecraft go out, and then I'm gonna watch it.
Okay, so what about your ears? What are you hearing right now? What's your song? What you got on repeat?
I like the new little rapper Mulatto. I like her. I like I like her. Olivia got me listening to her. But I also like I've been listening to Old In Vogue. I been in like an old evolved.
You so 45.
I know, like I been like really vibing too.
What am I seeing? So right now, I'm like you, Stacey. I'm watching Lovecraft Country. That's my thing. And what am I tasting? Y'all know me. I be in and off the keto diet and stuff like that. So it just depends. Sometimes I'm making an egg roll, and sometimes I'm having some broccoli and Asian chicken. And what am I listening? So I'm gonna tell you what's on repeat. I don't know if y'all listen to bounce music, but Anaya, she just remixed the best thing with Big Freedom. Baby, that thing riding. When I tell y'all be in the car riding, I be riding. But we gonna go ahead and get started. Where's Sykes at? Tell Sykes to come holler at us.
I just seen him. He gotta do it from his phone.
Tell Sykes to come on holler at us, and we're gonna go ahead and get started. So the question that we want to ask today is, what's the main reason for this tension between baby mamas and baby daddies? Like, why we can't get it right? Why we can't get it together? Why we beefing like that? Now, I'm going to tell you what I think. And it's probably going to piss some people off. I think that a lot of times, baby mamas still want to hold on to these men. I don't know. Who said, Dawn, give me some of that lipstick? I got you. It's the crayon case, boo. I got you. I will buy you some. I'm known for buying people lipstick. But I think that these women want to hold on to these men after it's over and done with. Sometimes we make babies and we ain't in a relationship. Sometimes we in a relationship. These women want to hold on to these men and try to have control of them. Real punks. And that's how it works. But we're going to ask a man. Because I got my opinion and he got his.
And I'm going to have mine after here.
All right, what's up? Tell me. The tension between baby mamas and baby daddies. Like, why we can't get it right? Who did what?
Because y'all petty and only want money. That's why. Nah, I'm just joking. I mean, women, because women are very emotional. A lot of y'all decisions are either based off money or emotion. So what I mean by that is, and y'all, like, you get in your feelings, and once you get in your feelings, it ain't no, like, logic go out the window when women get in their feelings, and that's what the problem is. Not to say men are innocent, but, you know.
It's never been.
No, it is. It's always. So, it's 50-50. It's 50-50.
It is 50-50. What I think it is that it's two-sided. I think that the thing is when women have your baby, they think the man owes them something. Right? It's like,
I'm glad you say that. I need to get on that too. Go ahead.
Oh, and not necessarily money. You owe me your loyalty. You owe me some of your time. It's like I had your child. I was pregnant with your child. I have extended your legacy and put my body at risk to have your child. So the least thing you can do for me is respect me a little time. And I think women take that personal. And I think men take it personal that their choice get taken away from them.
Did they what get taken away? Choice. Okay.
The choice of how I'm gonna spend my money, the choice of where my child gonna go, the choice of when I get to get my child.
He had that choice.
He did.
When?
He did have that choice. Because the thing about it that men and women gotta understand is your choice ends when you decide to have sex with someone who's not your wife.
Period.
So it's like you have the control at that point, and once you release yourself, your control gone. So men have that control at that point, and women have that control after they get pregnant. So when you're pregnant women, you have a choice if you want to be a single mom or not, because there's no guarantee.
Now that's the truth.
There's no guarantee that they got. So I think both ends got to be accountability. Either I'm gonna control if I'm gonna be a single mom or not, or I'm gonna control if she gonna be a single mom or not. You know, and I think when people don't have that control and it don't go the way they want to, our emotions go all over the place and left. And women do have emotions. I'm glad
you said control, because that's what it be.
It's control.
And women be wanting to control stuff.
Yep.
And I'm going to tell you this right here, because I feel like that I've been dealing with baby mamas I've been dealing with baby mamas since I was 19. And it didn't always go well. Matter of fact, it ain't never went well. And I'm one of the type of people say, you know me, I don't bother nobody. I don't do nothing. Like, ain't no reason for you to dislike me. But when women don't have control over this man they had this baby with, then it's a problem. And I ain't got time for that because you can't run my household. And you can't dictate my house. You can't do that.
Well,
And
let
there's
me say that.
out fight
The,
y'all and you have to say,
the
baby.
only
I
let me
mean,
say one
and
thing. Say when we have the discussion, the only people who have like opinions, very opinionated opinions, are there's only two people who argue about these subjects. One, baby mamas who dead ain't shit and they got to do everything on their own. And the second one is the man who take care of their kids and baby mamas be with the shit. Like them, the only two people that's always arguing. Because if you a deadbeat baby daddy, you don't open your mouth. Or if you a baby mama knowing you being dirty and knowing your baby daddy taking care of business, they don't ever say nothing. So the only two people who always argue over this is, like I said, baby mamas who get
yeah,
no support and baby daddies who take care of their kids, and they always seem to be the two going back and forth about the subject.
I think the people who always back and forth and have the most to say are people who've been the most hurt in a situation, or the people who feel like they've
Well,
been
and
wrong.
what
Because
I
a lot
said,
of dead,
that's what I said. I'm the only people who feel like they being wrong.
it's a lot of deadbeat daddies who have something to say.
It depends on everything
Yeah,
because I could just speak for myself. Like I don't throw my baby daddy under the bus and I don't share our business nothing like that, but I do everything on my own. I don't receive child support. I don't bother dude. Like I don't make stuff hard for
But you
dude
ain't,
when he
yeah,
when he
you ain't the majority though. Just like I take care of my kid, and then, but I'm still on child support. You know what I'm saying? And I'm salty about it. You know what I'm saying? Me and my baby mom, we got a good relationship, but I'm still, it's a little foul taste in my mouth about the little child support situation.
on child
you
support
should,
site.
but I understand why you feel some type of way because like I always take care of my child 100%, and then you go and put me on some kind of report or something like that.
Ooh,
But
bad.
my I think that people take and men take child support very very personal. It's
Well,
like you like
I'm
a
gonna say this though. Men, even and I'm a firm believer. I'm not against child support, but like I got friends who pay child support and they don't fuck with their kids at all, and they be complaining about how much they pay. Like I stand up like, so I'm not trying to like bash women who put men on child support, but some men deserve it. But like some, I know a lot of men who don't. But the men, it's more. I know more deadbeats than I know dudes trying to do the right thing. You know what I'm saying? But there is no, when it comes to child support, there is no fair when it comes to men. They just everybody get thrown under the bus, and
it's no fair because it's not fair for the kids. Because I was getting child support down the court and requesting them not take my baby dad off child support. And the reason is because I just didn't want to do it. It's like they put me on child support because we weren't married. Like, oh, you gonna go on child support because you been here for 3 months. So that's the way they were for real. That's what they did. They put him on child support. I went down there and requested take him out because I just didn't feel like I'm like I gotta take out work to come down here and watch divorce court 35 times. So that's basically what child support is, divorce court. You watch divorce court 35 times, these people get back and going back and forth. I don't want to do this anymore. And I asked the judge, like, what can I do to not come down here anymore? But I do have one thing to say. I know more men who get child support than I know women in my circle.
nah, I don't
Like
know
in my
nobody. I don't know
circle,
no man get child support. So
in
I
my
don't know what
True,
your
because
circle look
in my
like.
in my circle, one woman get child support, but every dude I ever dated had get
But
full custody.
that's not the norm
I,
though. So we not. There's always small cases. We gonna in this discussion we gonna talk about the general what the general people are going through. So women,
Yeah, in my circle, like I said, in my circle, every dude I ever dated had full custody. Every
ooh, you
single
know
one.
something? One time my baby had gave my son a bag of hand-me-down clothes. Is that child support?
No, it's not. So every no, it's not child support. So every
What
dude
about this one time he told me meet him at Village Market got DJ or LIG outfit?
yeah,
that's
okay.
not child support.
He got me.
So
But you know, for the child, I guess it is. Look.
You know, I put my business
I
out there,
know
but
he not supporting the child. I had to roast him one out there, but I know every dude I ever dated that had full custody get child support, and they don't, and they get child support where the baby, where the baby mama taxes get taken, child support, okay, like their taxes get taken. But I very seldom hear like for me, my perspective, my friends don't want to bother their baby daddy. Like we just like look, we don't want to deal with it. We want no
not only
issues.
do I not want
We
to,
don't want no
I
issues.
don't care about bothering him. I'm not going to the court because one, I don't like people in my business. That's the way I move. And if for me to get this man to do something for his child, I gotta come lay all my business out for the judge. I gotta come lay my records, my financials out for the judge. Now this my business, and God
let me ask you this. I'm not talking about myself because my baby mama situation perfect, even though I pay child support. So I don't want anybody to see this and think I'm talking about our situation because I don't want to be back down the child support office for an increase. So, but I'm just speaking in general now because my situation great. Y'all know my situation. So I don't even pay that much child support, but it's just the principle. But we ain't gonna go into that. But this one I don't understand. It's a few things that men don't understand with women. Okay, one is I know like so many women who said this. So if you separate and your baby daddy start dating somebody else, the mama has a problem with their child being around. Now, I'm not saying if you've been dating for a long time, if somebody new, recent you're dating, they were like, well, I don't want my baby around this person, and I'm not going to let them come over there if you're going to have them around this chick because I don't know her like that. So, as a woman's point of view, do y'all think that's fair to have, or, because they always throw in there like, they going off, I just want to be safe, I don't know that person, so I want my child around somebody I don't know.
I think this me. If you had a new baby and you don't trust his judgment, that's a foul on you. You should have a new baby.
But I mean, but hold on. In a woman's opinion, how can you trust somebody's judgment who don't take care of their kids?
Right. You don't trust his judgment, and you had his baby. So it's like you don't trust the woman that he chooses to have a child around. I believe in communication, but I really don't care. You gotta understand, my kid's 22 and 30. So at this point,
but we ain't talking about you personally. We just talking about a woman's point of view.
I can talk about me personally. I have a 5-year-old, and from the moment I got pregnant, I knew I was gonna be a single mama. That ain't what I wished for, but I was never in a relationship with my child's father. It just wasn't that, you know what I'm saying? It just wasn't that. And so I always knew I would be a single mother. But because me and him were such great friends, I was like, that was my dog. Like the way we are now, it's hard to believe how we are because that was my dog. Right. So I romanticized the fact that we were gonna be great co because I'm a positive person. So I'm thinking, all right, man, well, if I'm pregnant, at least this dude, I know him, him and his gal gonna be over here, me and my dude, whenever I get one, we'll be over here. We gonna all be one big happy family. And it didn't turn out like that because he ain't hold up his end of the bargain. But I wouldn't care what woman he was with. I wish he was with a woman because at least she called me, boo. Come pick DJ up and take him to his daddy because he's not gonna come on his own. We can be friends.
We want him. So for me, my baby daddy. I saw how bad that my baby daddy, the other baby mama did him. She drug him through the mud. Yeah, Donna witness. She drug him through the mud. Like, yeah, you think you been drugged? You ain't see like she drugged through the mud. So for me, I'm not gonna do any of that kind of stuff. I'm gonna let him get his kid. I'm gonna not ask him for anything. I'm gonna be the nice baby mama that he didn't get with that one. Like, I'm gonna be the good baby mama. I'm gonna be the one that don't bother him. But the thing is, he tried to shit on me. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm trying to be totally opposite of what you experienced because I don't want to keep you from your child. You call me 3 a.m. be like, I want to get my son. Okay, I'm gonna have him ready. Let me go ahead and get you dressed, and he gonna be ready to go.
I'm gonna tell y'all what.
Right. Yeah, can I say something? Me, nice. They respect crazy.
No, that's false. That's false. That's a reason for women to act crazy. That is not everybody respects saying. No. For you to say that's a comment that women say, and then also like, I'm not crazy. I'm not crazy. Me and my dude make me crazy or something like that. Like, that ain't true. Nobody like crazy. That's the least thing we want. But I can't say this. So I guess since it's a versus, I would give y'all the opinion and what a lot of men who take care of their kids deal with. So one was, like I said, it ain't me personal, but like all my partners everybody got baby mama this time of age. But and I'm full of a little oil. I'm constantly drinking, so I'm on the level. So excuse me if I kind of slur my words a little bit, but everybody know how I get down. But some top issues that men who take care of their kids, and I'll let y'all respond from a woman point of view. So the one was they don't want their child around another woman. That's just something you gotta accept. Two, there are some women who uh, just want, okay, they're hurt, so they're gonna take as much as they can, whether they need it or not. Like they want to take as much money from that person. And I done heard plenty of women say that. Like, well, he ain't finna be happy with. They feel like if a man had, if you take more from them financially, they can't do a lot of stuff, and that takes away from their happiness. Then they use their child as a bargaining chip. That they, because women who know that they man care, I mean, their baby daddies want to be in their child's life, they would use that against them. Where if you don't do this, you ain't gonna see your son, or they'll use that as punishment. If the woman doesn't approve of something the man does, well, you're not gonna see your child this week. You know what I'm saying? But if they got a deadbeat daddy, that same woman will be dying to drop their kid off at the doorstep and pull off like Ike Turner did in the movie. You know what I mean? So
But I experienced, like I said, my baby daddy, his baby mama left his child a year. He was driving up there to spend an hour with his child, 6 hours away to spend an hour to come back and just to see her for an hour. No lie. And I'm not joking. I'm not exaggerating. To Indiana.
y'all
I
reading the
told
comments
him
while y'all
that,
talk.
yeah, we
Oh,
read the
okay.
comments. That what the thing is that some women like control. You know, it's like I can't control nothing else in my life, but I can control your interaction with this child, and I'm gonna make you pay.
We got somebody from the public, from the audience. Let's talk about the men who don't want another man raising their child. How?
That's
That's
true. And
true. You
well, from a man point of view, I'm gonna be real. Like, so when you feel some type of way, but it ain't to the point where you get toxic. You know what I mean? So just
right.
as a man, as pride, like if you care, like it takes real maturity, which I didn't have when my baby mama engaged now. So it went to the point where I was like extreme with it, like nah, he don't this and that. But in a way, you feel some type of way as a man that somebody else, that your son or daughter, whatever it is, you feel some type of way about that. And if you say you don't, you lying. You know what I mean? But it's just how mature are you to handle that? How you gonna react in a toxic way, or you just gonna feel some type of way about it? Now that was initially, but like dude, a good dude. He fuck with my son, this and that. So like we A1, we like super cool, no problem. But before we got to that level, and it was just somebody. Well, I ain't gonna say who she talking to now, but when she would date different people, I would feel like a certain concern, or be like, what kind of dude is he? Just from the situation I grew up in, like cause stepdad, some dudes don't give a damn. Some dudes just want to mess with a chick and don't care about their kids. You know what I'm saying? So that was my fear, because I grew up in that situation. You know what I'm saying? Well, my stepdad didn't really care about us, so I never wanted my child to experience that. So I think it's normal for a man to, and women too, to feel some type of way initially, but if it gets to a certain point when you realize that's what they're gonna deal with, and no harm gonna come upon your child, and they mess with your children, and you still on that bullshit, then there's just something wrong with you. You know what I'm saying?
I would ever feel any type of way.
You
I
would,
don't.
you would. You're saying
Right.
that because you're not in that situation, but you're a woman. You're emotional. Like you're gonna feel some type of way if a chick was grabbing your kid and all on Facebook talking about I love them and showing them a whole bunch of affection. I ain't saying you'll act crazy, but you'll feel some type of way as a woman. You know what I mean?
Right. No, I won't.
Okay, well you
Not
one
No,
in a million.
whoever her child is BFF.
no,
So
no, no.
she telling
No,
like
I wouldn't feel no type of way. And maybe it's because I played that stepmama role since I was about 19.
and
I've always brought other people's children in. I've always loved on them. I'm a school counselor. I always bring kids in to love on them. I want my child to be comfortable with a woman that his dad dates. I really want that for his dad.
they never been in a dating situation.
Yeah, me
So
and my baby daddy never been
they never
together.
been. So it's different. Now I understand what you're saying, because it's like now somebody has been with my child on this situation. You know, like now for me, I want my kids to have a good stepmom. Like
Step parents are
I
like,
like, because
Yeah.
my kids have a good step. That my baby daddy be like, I gotta go get drinks with your husband. You know what I'm saying? Like he's such a good stepfather that they actually blessed, because he wants to, like the thing, like I tell people all the time, you need to get with someone who sees your child as an asset and not a
Yeah.
liability. So a lot of step your kids as liabilities. Especially, we had this conversation the other day. So when you with a guy have his child, typically, not all the time, every other weekend, holidays and breaks,
Yeah.
right? Mommy have her kid majority of the time, school time, majority of the time. So a woman look at a child like, okay, so during breaks and weekends, my child going with their dad and your child here. So we switching up roles where your child here with me on us on weekends and my child going with their dad. That's what I was talking with a friend about the other day. So you have to understand that a person cannot look at your child as a liability. I've been with someone who looked at my kids as a liability. You know what I'm saying? Like
She
I
said.
have been with somebody, but the thing about baby mamas gotta understand, y'all can't control who your baby daddy dates.
That be the thing. Baby
That's the
mama
thing, y'all
wants to
gotta understand.
control
Y'all
their
can't,
baby daddy
you can't,
household.
you can't control
Let,
his house. You can't control how he raised your kids. You can't control on the decisions he made because you made the decision to let him come and you and have a baby. Your decision making as far as what kind of parent he was ended once you gave birth and them signed their birth certificate. And baby mama want to keep so much control that they want to run everything. They want to say, oh, he's not doing this. Well, that's his house. You can't tell him how he do his house. Well, that's who he want to date. You can't tell him who he want to date. You can't tell him who he can take his kids around.
I agree with that. Yeah.
What you say?
Let me ask y'all this. This is the $1 million question, and I want to know from y'all, and I want people like all the women to chime in, because every woman like, well, if a man shouldn't be on child support, then he shouldn't. But then you have her friends that got deadbeat baby daddies, and they'll be telling her, you know what, fuck that, get your money just in case. So let me ask you, give me a clear cut answer.
Whoa.
What happened? What's that? Oh, that get good.
Did we freeze up?
Oh, we froze, y'all.
Are y'all froze too?
What? No. It did. Oh, his Wi-Fi went out. Feel like this.
Hey, y'all come in and let me know if y'all froze or if just Sykes froze. Oh, we lost Sykes. What happened?
He gotta come back.
All right, we're going to give Sykes the opportunity to come back.
Right.
No, just him?
Just him, okay.
Okay, cool. We're going to look through some of these comments. I've seen both ends of the spectrum, men and women using the child to remain relevant. That's it.
Yep.
That's it. People will use their children to remain relevant in the other person's life. And when it's time to let go, you just have to let go. That's on both the men and the women.
You got to understand that your control your control stop at your household. Once your child leave your household with the other parent, you lose your control.
Now, y'all want to know the real truth. If you're not having a baby by your husband, the chances are you can turn into a baby mama or a baby daddy, and that's just that on that. And you have to just deal with whatever comes. You can't try to make nobody, this for baby mamas and baby daddies, you can't make nobody miserable behind the decisions that you make. I don't try to make my baby daddy life miserable. He can do that on his own. We made the decision to do what we did. The result was DJ. I tried to take DJ to the chop shop. I walked in the clinic. I'm straight up. I walked in the clinic. I asked my baby daddy to go half because I was trying to have an abortion.
He said he tried. Okay.
We weren't trying to have DJ. Me and him weren't supposed to be parents together. I walked up in the chop shop. I signed the clipboard.
And she called me
and I got scared.
Hey, am I back?
I went out. Y'all
am I back though?
It's giveaway time, y'all. I feel like I'm real close. Let me back. Y'all know my face big.
Can y'all see me? Can y'all see me?
Yeah, we hear you.
I can hear you.
Hey, I didn't freeze. Everybody see me on live now. Everybody calling my damn phone. I got like 6 calls in a row. I'm constantly hitting ignore, but people still calling. Like, so my Wi-Fi ain't free. But this is the question I wanted to ask. I hope nobody called and interrupt me again. And this, like I was saying, is like all women say, well, you a good daddy, you shouldn't be on child support. But then if your friend come to you, your advice to her, put them on child support, make sure the kid's straight. So what I want to know from y'all and from all the women out there, what is the, I guess, blueprint for a man to not pay child support? Like, what does a man have to do specifically for you to tell your friend, like, you know what? You shouldn't have him on child support. You ain't shit. Because before you answer, let me say one thing. Because my friends, I got plenty of friends, got plenty of kids. And all my friends know me personally. Like, if you don't take care of your kids, like, I'll let you know. Like, you a deadbeat. You know what I mean? So, do women ever go to other women and be like, that's a good dude. Why you got him on child support? So, the question is, what does a dude have to do specifically? Like, how much time does he have to spend with a child? How much money does he have to spend with a child for you to say he shouldn't be on child support? And that's where shit gonna get, like, you know what I mean? The fine line with women ain't no, y'all ain't gonna agree on this shit.
So you want to know the technical question or my opinion?
Okay, so let me say this. So, like, every other weekend, my opinion is this: if a dude only get his kid every other weekend, and he's only like I'm trying to say, can I give you specific? So every other weekend, I think you should pay child support. If the time spent is close to 50-50, now we ain't got to get technical like you got them 10 days more than I do or 20 days more than I do. So if the time is close to 50-50 time spent, I feel that, on top of, if every time that child needs something, like clothes, school, y'all split that down 50-50, not exactly, but close to it, you shouldn't be put on child support, period. Now, if the woman has the child way more, then yes, she needs to be compensated in some kind of way, I agree. Or if the man has it, vice versa. You know what I mean? So I agree with that. But if everything's close, and I say, let's say 60-40, even if it's 60-40, but, or like, I feel like child support shouldn't come in the equation. Only do I feel like if a man's not spending time and money, you know what I mean, appropriate, I think that a man should be put on child support. And I feel any woman that does that is got ulterior motive or just petty. You know what I mean?
I think that child support very person, right? So for me, we 50-50 with my baby daddy. We alternate weeks. Um,
Kaylin, why do you keep getting personal going back to your baby dad? We
I
speaking in, you
think
speaking for the women who are not on live right now who want something to say.
We can't speak for all women though.
so okay, let's just say this: women with child support. It's like, so are we going half on everything? So if my baby gotta go to the doctor, is he on both our insurance? You know, is your insurance gonna cover, or what about daycare? Or like, I think that for me, it's like, okay, school clothes coming up, right? So are you gonna
Yeah.
buy are you buying the books, buying the supplies? I'm buying the uniforms, you know, or they want to play basketball. You gonna pay the fees? I'm gonna buy the clothes and the shoes. Or I think that when it comes to child support, I just don't want to deal with the court portion of it. But I think that honestly, if y'all not married, you know,
You should be paying child. A dude should be paying child support.
and not child support. I don't think that I don't like the control about the money, but I think that from a just a standpoint of what's going on in somebody's house, unless it's 50-50, like you get them this week, I
I
get
mean, it can never be 50-50 exactly. So we got to be
So
reasonable, be realistic about it. Nothing can be split in half. I mean, not down to the T. You know what I mean? Because some women be like, well, I paid $100 more than you did this week, so you need to be put on child support. Nothing can be 50-50. But I'm saying, if a man is giving an effort and he's getting his child a lot, and I know every other weekend type shit, you know what I mean? Like, no woman is gonna say, I'm not gonna, like, you don't deserve to be on child support.
I think
I'm gonna say this. I think that for me, that child support should only come into play if a man has the means and does nothing. That's it for me.
What?
but
So what I mean by that, you finna cut me out, you little talking ass. I think that if the man has the means and does nothing, child support should come in play, because it's like you gotta force his hand. But I look at child support as more than being financial. Like, I need,
Yeah, I agree.
you know what I'm saying? I need your assistance. So if it's financial that you're providing assistance, cool. If it's your time that you're providing assistance, cool. If resources that you're, cool. Because I'm gonna do all I can. I need to do all you can. It's only if I see that you have the means and you come on,
that's
crab
apple
apple,
crown.
you have the means and you completely ignore it. Like if my baby daddy was broke and he really couldn't financially do anything, I need him to do something. What can you do?
let me ask you this. I want you to keep going. So I'll be more specific with it. Let's break it down because what you're explaining. Let's break it down in each category. How much time you think a man should spend with his child? In 365 days in a year, how much time we talking about to not be put on child support? Go. What's your answer to that?
I can't give an answer because it don't
exactly. Well, I'm just saying, give me a ballpark figure.
It don't come down to an equation because we both work. Like Sykes, you know what?
I understand what you're saying, but I'm saying if it's 365 days in a year, what do you consider a deadbeat then?
But I have an issue.
How many days?
I have an issue.
A deadbeat is somebody don't try.
They don't try it. But I do have an issue because some people think all they need to spend is time with their kids.
No. We're saying we're finna break down. First, we're gonna break down time. Then we're gonna break down money. We're gonna break down everything by each category. You know what I mean? So there won't be no confusion.
Bundles away, okay, Sykes?
You giving bundles away?
Yeah, we giving bundles away.
It's not.
So what's for? So you only giving away stuff for the women? See, that's right there to let you know how fucked up women are. You ain't giving nothing for the men. I see.
No, Sykes. So we supporting black businesses. We doing.
Oh yeah, that's right.
We doing this week. We gonna do some other stuff. But what I'm saying is that men can get in the contest because you could get your little boo some bundles.
Yeah, you're right.
You know what we give your bundles and see don't she turn up for you?
Right.
I don't talk to women wear weave, but go ahead. I'm joking. Come on.
Being on child support do not make you a deadbeat. That is right there, yeah. It does not make you a deadbeat.
I can't even read the comments because
you can't.
I'm too. But I can see some of them, but I'm too toasted right now anyway.
So money, time, and nothing like that. Like I literally. Don't
so y'all ain't give me you giving away the bundles? You gonna answer my question? Because women like to ignore that shit. So I'm just saying, I'm trying being specific. In 365 days, you know how many days you got your child. So I want women to give me a number. How many days you think appropriate for your child's father to spend with his child out of 365 days out of the year?
Out of a week, and we're in the same city?
No, we're not talking about a week. Out of a year. Just give me a number.
Out of a year, a number that I would want my son to see his daddy, and we're in the same city. I would want him to see him at least twice a week. I would want him to see at least
so twice a week, so it's 26 weeks in a year.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm too drunk to try to, what's that, 40, 50? So 52 days.
So it's more than 26
weeks.
Who
taught you that math?
26 weeks in a year.
I mean, it's 52 weeks in a year. I'm thinking like you get paid 26 times in a year. That's every 2 weeks. So it's 52. I'm sorry. You're right. I'm tripping. I'm thinking of pay periods. I only count pay periods. I don't count regular weeks.
Okay.
So it's 52 weeks in a year. You get paid 26 times if you get paid every 2 weeks. That's what I'm thinking about. I know I went to Melrose, but I ain't that slow. So.
Baby, don't do Melrose.
We know how many weeks was in a year.
Let me tell you something. Don't do Melrose.
All right, so 52 weeks in a year, 2 days a week is 104. What y'all looking at? All right, so 100. So if he spent 104 days, okay. So let's break it down. What percentage of should a baby daddy pay some of your bills, help you with your bills in your household?
No.
Should he help you with your light bill?
No.
No rent?
No.
So what bill should a baby daddy help then?
Daycare.
Help. What else?
Insurance.
School bills, because school can get expensive.
Yeah. And I would want him to pitch in like transportation. That was a big thing for me. Like taking them back and forth. Like that was like my biggest issue for me was transport my kids. Like I had a hard time, especially when he moved away to I had a hard time getting my kids picked up and dropped off and took practices and stuff. Like that was my biggest struggle, like getting them to work, getting them to school, picking them up. Like if he couldn't do it, his brothers and cousins jumped in. You know what I'm saying? Or like his mom or somebody like that. Like school clothes, health insurance, sports, field trips,
daycare, health insurance, sports, somebody said sports fees.
Yeah.
Whatever's concerning the child.
Because maybe a haircut, like you can jump in, pay for every haircut.
The bills in the house got to get paid for regardless.
Yeah, I'm going to have rent anyway.
I'm going to have that regardless. That has nothing to do with the child's father. If he can contribute to that, cool, but I wouldn't want him to because that's taken out of his household, and he needs to be able to provide for his household when the child go over there. So he can't take care of his household and my household. I'm not requiring it. I need you to take care of you so you can take care of the baby. And I'm going to take care of me so I can take care of the baby. Then we all good if we think like that.
You know what I prefer? I prefer to have his mama go pick my child up from school every day. Now that would be help. You know, like, okay, my mom gonna take him to school every day and you can get and I get him picked up. Like I said, my biggest issue was transportation because I got out after school was out and I had to be at work before school started. So it's like for me, transportation was the biggest bill for me because I had to pay people to pick them up. I had to pay people to drop them off. I had to pay people to do those type of things. So that was the biggest impact on my pockets when it comes to child support and kids. I don't like I said, I wasn't big on child support. It was big on getting them picked up. Like,
oh, psych! Somebody got a good question. They said, "What is?"
Hey, can y'all hear me?
Yeah.
Cause it's like a mean ass echo.
For
I'm
real.
somebody said I must not have Comcast.
He got America Online. Somebody said, "What's considered a deadbeat mother?" That's a good question.
I ain't got America. Hey, I finna get out of it and request back because it's an echo in it.
So let me do this giveaway just in case.
All right, and then I do that.
So you go ahead and talk out. Okay, y'all, look. We're gonna give away this hair. And we doing this the old-fashioned way because I want y'all to see that I got your name. Molly Bloom, you going in. Ralisha Wayne, you going in. Shauna Lanise, I hope I pronounced that right, baby. Ebony Yancey. Tanya Mason. Get this away. Y'all might have something to do. Jennifer Perry. Antonio Huntsman. That's right, Coach. We in Boots and Bundles. Dominica Woods. Nastasia Thomas. Shamika Wayne. Leah Shadiman. Come on, Shadiman. That's a big old pretty name. What's that? Amy Fisher. Amanda, you got that name. That's that girl that shot that lady. Rakisha King. Ebony Russell. I pronounced it right. Uh-huh. Yep, because I'm an educator and I'm educated. Tempest Haley. I need to take Tempest's name out. Thomas, I keep telling that same story about not knowing my baby dad. I don't know him, Tempest. Laura Wayne. Wayne Johnson. We in your Boots and Bundle. Jada Lynn. Candace Elaine. Evan Chris. All right. Tiffany Nicole. Where's Sykes? He came back here. G. Dillard. Shanika Smith. And Repeat. No, I'm gonna shake this joint up. Shake it like a sock shaker. Shake it like a sock shaker.
It's got 7 wines in it, that bucket.
All right, come here, tech assistant. We finna choose. We thought about doing it automated, but I said, nah, I need these people to see their name going in, because what we not finna do, y'all ain't finna accuse us of cheating. Okay, right. Sykes back. And the winner is Evan Chris. Evan Chris. Comment, let me know you in the chat.
Evan,
who won?
Evan Chris.
You won the bundles, girl.
So Evan, you won. Let me go ahead and do my commercial. This is Dreamy Virgin Hair. This is what they be doing on YouTube. That's what they have behind there. Dreamy Virgin Hair.
Look at you.
All right, the owner Latrina Cole.
That's the owner on the flyer.
Okay, we have 18 inches of body weight. So yeah, you're gonna be cute. Thank you for playing, Evan. Send me your information. I'll make sure that it gets to you. All right. All right, go ahead, Sykes.
Hey, who? That was the owner on the flyer.
Yes.
Show her again. She fine.
She fine.
The owner fine and get money. She dig that.
Yeah,
First of all, it's my sister-in-law. Be careful.
What's her name on Facebook so I can have
her name is her husband's name.
Oh, my fault. She married.
Look, Plus, if you're looking at this, he said you fine, but he talking about you getting money, so I don't know. You might have ulterior motives.
You might try to get
Right.
you here. You know they trying to get money out here these days.
Man, you ain't lying. Dudes want women to take care of them now.
What?
But
In this way, that's why I don't want a man that got a 901 area code. Period.
so I'm trying to go through the comments. The comment section so small.
What's the dead
So
baby mother?
hold on, she say so. Damn, it went away. She said so. Ask him something. So ask him what is considered a deadbeat mother. How many days should she see her child? Okay, so a deadbeat mother to me is a woman who, what's a deadbeat mother?
Thank you, T.
I hate to keep bringing up child support, but let's say women who get child support and don't spend it on the child. Women who have children and let their mother or somebody else take care of their children, but receive the benefits, like not just child support, like whatever government assistance is, that's a deadbeat to me. A deadbeat mother is.
Whoa. Okay, I'm sorry.
No. I'm saying she's not receiving government assistance, but not taking care of the child. That's what I'm saying. Like, receive any kind of benefit that don't take care of their child is a deadbeat to me.
Oh, all right.
Yeah. So I wasn't saying like.
Oh, all right.
I grew up on we all grew up on government assistance, so I ain't trying to be that. So, also, a deadbeat is someone who. Now this gonna get real touchy right here. A woman who feels some type of way about how a man treats them or how their baby daddy treated them, and doesn't allow their child to see their daddy because of that reason. So what I mean by that, I'm gonna give you an example. So if a woman feels like, okay, well you cheated on me, well we supposed to be getting back together, but you with another chick. Oh, your kid can't come over there this weekend. That's a deadbeat mother to me and to a lot of men. You know what I mean? So that's why I say women get in their emotions. So those type of examples are what I consider a deadbeat. And it's more examples. That's just on the top of my head what I can give you. And what I think a deadbeat daddy is a man who don't take care of his child, don't take care of his responsibilities, a part-time as parent. You know what I mean? Because some dudes will, and I ain't gonna be one-sided because I know a lot of dudes do this too. Some dudes will only have their child, like we talked about the 365 days out the year, they'll have their child like 20, 30 days out the year, but that those 20, 30 days, they all on Facebook, they taking pictures, I got my son with me, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's a deadbeat to me too, you know what I mean? So, or a deadbeat is you have multiple kids, and it's gonna get touchy too. You have multiple kids, but you fuck with some of your kids and don't fuck with the other of your kids because your baby mama ain't fucking with you no more. You know what I mean? So some dudes don't fuck with their kids because their baby mama won't give them the time of day. That's a deadbeat.
You know my baby daddy?
But I'm saying that's everybody did that. And I consider that a deadbeat. And just like I consider a woman who treat their kids, or I'm gonna tell you another thing. A woman, and this happens all the time too, a woman who neglects their kids because they want a new man and they new man don't approve or don't accept her other kid. Yeah. And men do it too. So if a woman want a man bad enough, but she got like a child before or two kids before him, like, and he ain't really feeling it. Maybe he's single and don't have no kids and he got his shit together, and she will want that man so bad that she'll push her other child or the children off to the side just to be just to appease that man. That's a deadbeat. You know what I mean? So it's a lot of situations. That's trifling, but it is a deadbeat.
So can I ask this question? This is for both of you guys because I think that equally, I don't know if anybody can win these verses because equally on both parts we do some things to each other, and I'm not saying it's us because I think that in the baby daddy pool, in the baby mama world, I think that all the three of us are kind of top tier. Mm-hmm. So a lot of stuff we saying we can't even relate to personally.
Right. I ain't top tier. Top tier men don't get put on child support, but go ahead. I tell everybody that.
No, it's some top tier men on child
support. I'm just joking.
Women could be spiteful sometimes. Right. Women can be spiteful.
Right.
But my thing is, so let's kind of change the trajectory. what do we do to improve this? Like, what's the solution? I understand we need to start having babies with people that we are married to, that we want to raise children with. We got to choose our partners better. But how do we fix this? Because this literally is a huge problem in our community, that we make babies with people that we don't want to be with, and then we play this back and forth fight for game. But let me see how I can hurt this person by using this child. So how do we fix this from a man's point of view? How do we fix this? Because women, we discuss it all the time. How we fix this?
I mean, there is no way to fix it. But I do want to say one thing. Damn, the alcohol kicking in. Let me say this one thing off the subject, then I'm gonna go back to that.
It's just a plan B.
Women. Yeah, plan B and condoms. That's how you fix it. No, but I can tell you, I'm gonna answer that question. But one thing just popped in my mind: like, women, stop down and talking bad about like your baby daddy, especially if you got more than one. Because I, like, as a man point of view, if I look on Facebook and you telling me like your baby daddy ain't shit, he trifling, he this and that, and then you got more than one that's trifling ain't shit, baby, what they say about you?
She makes bad choices.
Bad decisions.
You know, exactly. So why would I want to, as a man, from a man, it's not just me, that's a lot of my friends. If I'm looking at this and I'm looking at you bashing, if you got the worst baby daddies in the world, like, something about you ain't shit. You know what I mean?
We got some people that are married for a little while.
And now, those don't count. Like, if you married and then they go wrong, and that's different. But if you ain't never been married and you
through it too, but I feel like when you get married, you're more intentional about trying to have some. Sometimes have sex.
Yeah, that's different. Yeah.
I did it.
If you marry someone and they decide to marry you, they're more likely to take care of their kids than somebody you're not with. That's a fact.
Yeah, that's a fact.
The truth is, a lot of our children come from sex and not from love. Yep. Let's be frank. Let's call it what it is.
Yep.
I agree with that.
My baby came from sex. My baby was not a love child. I was grieving. My dude was murdered the year before. Like, I was numb on the inside. I wasn't trying to have no baby. Honestly, nobody's baby. I couldn't function right.
Honestly, saying that married folks got the same issues as single baby mamas, it could be true, but it's less likely. And I think
said her baby dad ain't shit.
I think when we say that, I think we make it, we put off like, well, it's not as bad because married people go through it too. They're just like saying broke people go, like, people money go through stuff, broke people too. Yeah, they do, but they less like to go through things like their lives might get cut off.
And some people make bad choices in marriage too. Same way we make bad choices in selecting our children's parents. Everybody married ain't supposed to be married.
No, right.
But that doesn't mean that you won't have a potentially better outcome with marriage, because some thing is you were intentional about this.
Right.
We got some accident babies that we raising out here.
Right. And some people they pregnant. You know, they get married because they was about to have a baby. They get married because maybe 3. And it's like, okay.
Sometimes people have sex, have a baby, then decide, well, let's go on and do this because
go ahead and get married.
They do stuff because they think it's for the best interest. And the whole time you miserable and you really don't like this person. Y'all just had sex, have a baby. Now you trying to do what's right.
Right.
Only way you can do.
Let me stop you right there. Because I used to think like that, and that's what I come to realize. Like, in the black community, us as a people, that's what we think. So I used to think like y'all. Like, if you're not happy, don't be in this relationship. No, I don't think like that anymore, because you have so many advantages to having both parents in the home. You have so many advantages of having a man in the household. So in the black community, that's what's tearing us apart. The man is no longer in the household. The leader is no longer in the household. So I would much rather be in the house. Now, I'm not saying it's toxic, y'all fighting and it becomes physical and y'all hate each other. Like, no, I'm not saying that. But what y'all said is, there's no point of being with a person you don't love. I feel like, no, if you have children, your children reap the benefit of having 2 parents in the household. Now, if you had the choice, yes, I would choose 2 parents that loved each other over anything. But I would choose 2, like, just say I was dating one of y'all and we didn't fight in front of the kids, we didn't argue in front of the kids, we just didn't love each other anymore. We didn't hate each other, but we weren't in love. I would stay with that woman just to let my children reap the benefits of having a stable household. And by I mean stable, like I said, not beating her or not cursing her out and degrading her in front of the kids, but just together, not in love. Those children have a better chance in life than two separate households, a broken home. And that's just my opinion now.
Saying because marriage, long time marriage, is an up and down scale, right?
Yeah, y'all can get divorced once the kids grown, but I'm just saying growing up.
Years. So I understand what you're saying. That you gotta look at the bigger picture because right now I'm not feeling this. So right now I want to break up and I want to end everything we got going on because right now we not feeling it. So I understand what you're saying. I agree with you on some instance from a married perspective. I agree with you. I agree with you from from standpoint. I thought about marrying someone just because we had kids together. I considered it. I thought about it, and I almost did it. We was planning a wedding. I was this close, and I'm glad I did not do it. I'm glad I did not do it um, because it
PJ,
was a bad environment, and the
come
kids
here.
did that thing. Now, if y'all just not the thing people understand is just because I'm mad at you, I'm not liking you for 3 weeks,
Come in the picture.
or we're beefing for a month, or we beefing for 3 months. Hey, EJ. Hey.
Mr. Child Support Payment Junior right here.
I agree. But I know what you're coming from. But I was at the point that it wasn't. I'm glad I did not do it. I'm thankful I did not do it. But I also think people make decisions based on how they feel right now.
Well, I'm gonna say this about that. I think that we absolutely should do what's in the best interest of the children, but to know what's best interest of the children is what's best for you.
Right.
And you have to do what's mentally healthy for you, and it's important for the parents to be happy because folks be around here thinking because you don't do stuff in front of kids that they don't feel the vibe, that they don't know what's going on in the household. They know that their parents don't like each other. They know.
No, Don. I'm glad you said that, Don.
Tamika,
That's not what I'm saying. You're taking what I'm saying. What I'm saying is it beats the alternative. So your kids, like I said, long as it's not toxic, but people like you're right, kids do feel their vibe. But you know what's worse? Like having your mother in one household dating somebody, have your father in two households and separating the kids. I'm not saying I'm not saying it's a good situation. I'm just saying that situation is better than had two separate households.
It's two separate, happy, healthy households as opposed to one really weird, semi-toxic. They don't do anything in front of us, but
No, we're not saying. Yeah.
hate each other.
No, that's horrible. That is horrible. And you can do your kids a solid by being happy because you know what? You're teaching them to be happy because the things that we do is what our children learn. It becomes learned behavior. So they sit here watch us go through mess just to make things work, and then they turn around and become adults that just suck stuff up and do stuff just to make other people happy. Absolutely not.
They're gonna be people pleasers and codependent. My sons are so much happier because they know their mom happy. They are so much happier because they know I have a good husband. They so much happier because they know they have a good stepfather who has their best interest in hand.
I'm not being with nobody for the kids because you know what? When my child gets 17 or 18, I gotta send his little big head ass off to college. And when I send his little big head ass off to college, I'm left with this man that I don't even like that I just stayed with because of this little big head motherfucker. Now, and then once he gone, then what we supposed to do with each other? I don't even want to play spades with the nigga. I want him out my face and I want him out my space. So don't even be with nobody
let me tell you, I got to the point I couldn't stand to watch the nigga eat. Do you think I wanted to be in the house with him? I could stand to watch him if he was eating a meal. You think my kids didn't notice that? When I was finally happy and finally moved on and finally found the man that I'm with now, my children was elated for me.
I'm not saying that.
Thing for the kids because the kids don't belong to you. They eventually have to leave you, and your husband or your mate is all you have left. You better like him. Like somebody.
But you know what people fail to realize? These kids don't belong to them.
Two happy households are better. That's right, cuz.
They think these kids belong to these. These kids don't belong to us. These kids come through us. They do not belong to you. Your baby do not belong to you. Your baby comes
just
through
like
you.
as a baby mama, I'm raising the son to know that I'm not the most important woman in his life. My son love me. He a mama's boy because that's all he know. But I make sure that I do certain things to make sure he detached. Because like, eventually, you're going to have to take on a wife, and I got to come second to her. I'm supposed to come second to her, and I want to lift and build her up. So you can't put me first because that is the most important woman in your life. She ain't even here yet, but I want you to know it ain't me.
And your kids, your son need to see a woman love you properly so he can know what it look like. My son need to know a man love me properly. Like
folks don't want marriage these days because they not seeing it. Folks just stand together for the kids.
They have to see it.
Big kids know what's good.
I'm not comparing it to that though.
My son see my husband love me.
Seville said, "Can we jump my baby dad?" You hear me?
Girl.
What's up? Where you at? Texas, New Orleans? Where you at?
You really got to. I think that a lot of times.
Hey, can y'all hear me?
But I think a lot of times we put kids first, but our kids know what makes us happy. But I don't even tell my kids. I tell my sons, don't put me first. Your wife don't put you first. You put your wife first. You are preparing yourself. My son's gonna be 18 in 3 days. My son.
Hey, send another request. Y'all echoing real bad.
Yeah, he about to be 3. He about to be 18.
You said you're gonna send us another request.
Yeah, because it's echoing real bad.
We're talking to these folks for an hour. We're gonna come back next week.
Yeah, we're gonna come back next week. So look, clearly this conversation ain't over with. You know.
We've been on here an hour.
Yeah, it's been an hour.
It's supposed to be 30 minutes.
30 minutes.
And that time went fast.
Right.
I know folks tired of. I've been drinking. I done took a sip every 5 minutes. I'm so through.
Listen, I'm acting like I ain't gotta go to work. Well, I just be going to my den for work, but I still gotta go to work.
I go right over here to this corner.
But we gonna come back next week. But the thing about it is, we did all that, and we still ain't found no solution how to make it better. So the only solution right now we got: put that condom on, make sure it don't bust. Get you.
That ain't gonna happen. You talking nonsense now. My folks ain't finna do that.
Ain't nobody wearing condoms.
No, they love right. Look how comment section. They ain't wearing no condoms.
We need condoms. We need Plan B,
birth control. You know, and I'm like,
if you're young, use birth control. But I'm too old. There's poison in my body.
And the truth be told is that y'all gotta understand that y'all can't control these Negroes and these heifers.
Let people do what they gonna do, and women, don't be bitter and vindictive. Men, don't be negligent and vindictive, because sometimes y'all like to play get back games too.
Yep.
Let people go and let them move on, and everybody do what needs to be done for the child.
Right.
And that's it.
Be like, is this gonna make my child happy?
Y'all ain't gotta be friends.
No.
All y'all gotta do is take care of the child and invite your partner in on the conversation. Yeah. If you with somebody, y'all raising the child together, just make sure it's the right person. Right. I know we hear horror stories about step parents, but it's so many awesome step parents.
And let your baby dad do stuff like your baby to the doctor. Y'all, I haven't took my kids to the doctor. I know in 5 years. Cause you know who do it? Their daddy. You know who don't do it? Who do it when their daddy can't? They stepdaddy. Like doctor appointments, dentist appointments, parent teacher conferences, like they daddy facilitate all that stuff. Or they stepdaddy. Like I really don't do that kind of stuff. They just tell me where I need to be and what time I need to be there. They're just being real. I think that we need to let the moms and the dad in more conversation. Like, hey, this kind of doctor I'm taking my child to.
You can do that.
Yeah, this the kind of
Are y'all drunk? I'm drunk as hell.
Kind of stuff that
baby, I don't even drink.
I don't care who tell me.
Baby, I don't lie. I just be playing sometimes. Listen, we finna go. We coming back next week.
All right.
We're gonna talk about dating and
relationships between men
and dating, and why these niggas don't take us out on dates,
and why women don't require men to take them out on dates.
We just gonna kick it. Yeah. I ain't kicking it with niggas no more because it's balconies and bays. Bye, y'all.